Hi everyone, this is Cookie Lou in Arizona. It is Saturday, May 4th, and it's about 10:30 Arizona time, and I'm going to enjoy my glass of homebrewed juice. I have carrots in here, apples, cucumber, celery, a little ginger. I think I have a zucchini in here. I made it 2 days ago and I have it in a jar, and I probably get about 4 drinks out of one juicing. I make enough for at least 4 juicing. So this is my nutrition for this morning, my breakfast. So salute to everybody. I have a little lemon in here too and some orange. Delicious. Anyway, what else will I talk about today? Well, I've been telling you that I'm going to keep you posted pretty much on what I've been eating. And I have made some photographs of some of the meals that I have prepared for myself over the last couple of days. And I'm going to make a little video about that and kind of show you what I'm eating. I'm feeling good. I'm visiting the bathroom a lot more than I used to. So, feel light and energetic. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about where I'm getting this, the diet from and the meal plans ideas from. As you know, I did watch my movie, one of my favorite movies, Forks Over Knives. And there's a doctor in there by the Dr. Esselstyn. And in that movie as well, and then there's another movie called Engine 2 Diet, and Dr. Esselstyn's son, Rip Esselstyn, who is a firefighter in Austin, Texas, and a healthy person. He was a triathlon athlete for many years, and then he went into the fire department, became a fireman in Texas. And through his career, the firehouse, he came across a lot of his comrades that were not healthy, high cholesterol, heart disease, overweight, whatever. And they came to him and wanted to try his plant-based diet. So he put them on the diet, and as a result, this book came out of it. This is the book that I bought after I had seen Forks Over Knives and this gentleman's movie, Engine Diet 2. And I read it partially and then put it in the drawer and forgot about it. Well, when I decided to go veggie, or at least 90% veggie, I pulled it out again, and this is pretty much the diet that I'm following. So anyway, if you're interested in this book, I believe you can get it online if you don't want to buy it in the bookstore. It's called Engine 2 Diet. Rip Esselstyn is the fireman who wrote it, and he is the son of Dr. Esselstyn, who was in Forks Over Knives and Forks Over Knives Extended Interviews. His father is a cardiologist, and the diet that he represents is the diet, that program that has been introduced by Dr. John McDougall, who is also in that film Forks Over Knives and the extended interviews as well. And anyway, so this is pretty much the program that I'm following. I bought the foods he suggested. There's some really nice recipes in here that I'm going to try. And anyway, this is pretty much what I'm following. And Rip gives you a lot of information about how to read labels, about what plant-based diet does over the animal-based diet to our systems. And it just gives you a nice blow-by-blow description of how to eat better, and he also puts in some of the results that the firemen that he helped with their health issues, the results that they had. So anyway, this is pretty much what I'm doing, and I also want to discuss with you my results of my blood work that the doctor told me I was, oh, so good. Everything was so wonderful. Oh, great, this is great, that's great. But she wouldn't review it with me because it would take too much time. So I always take a copy. And first and foremost, I think doctors have upped the percentage of what they feel is acceptable nowadays because there's so many people who are unhealthy and overweight. And they just accept it. Well, this large percentage of people live this lifestyle, so this is normal for them in the conditions that they're in. But just to give, and I told her there's always room for improvement. Everything can't be that perfect on my report because I am, 70, 80 pounds overweight still. I'm still considered an obese person, and I did tell her about wanting to go vegetarian. She says, oh, well, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Just watch your calories. Well, I didn't think that she would be interested in really discussing it with me. So anyway, bottom line, everything on this report is pretty much middle of the road or middle of the road high. There's different levels of what's normal. There's high normal, middle of the road, low normal. My cholesterol level is 205. She told me it was good. And then when I saw the number 205, it says right here in the report, high. See that? It says high. So I'm trying to really get that down. When Rip talks about body systems and levels, he says that in order to really be 100% heart attack free, risk-free, is to be at least 150 or less in your cholesterol level. So I knew that this was high. And years ago, I'd say when I was probably in my 30s, I had gone to a gynecologist, and he had taken some blood work, and he told me that my cholesterol level was really very, very good. It was 160, 158 or 160. And I said, that's good. He says, yeah, that's very good. So this is the total number, is 205, and it should be 150 or less to really be in good physical health. So that gives you an idea how doctors say, oh, everything was great, everything is normal, because what they think is normal is not the best anymore. So anyway, what I'm going to make tonight is a lasagna, a vegetarian lasagna. I've done vegetarian lasagna before for my son Michael, where I don't put in the meatballs and the sausage, and I just would put in, normally I put in like ground beef and pork. I put in sausage, sweet sausage, sauteed mushrooms, and lots of ricotta and mozzarella and grated Romano cheese, and that's a lasagna. That's a lasagna. That's what I grew up on. And when I started cooking for Michael is a vegetarian, but he eats fish. He eats cheese and dairy. No, he doesn't drink, he doesn't eat ice cream anymore. He used to be a fanatic with it, and he doesn't really drink whole milk or anything like that. He'll go for maybe almond milk, but he does eat his cheese. He says, Ma, I gotta have my pizza. But my son Michael is like 6 foot, almost 6'4", like 6'3", 7'5" or something like that. And he weighs all of about maybe 175 pounds. And I think that might be kind of high. He's never been a fat kid, ever, even when he was on meat and crazy sugar and stuff like that. But my husband, his father, was a very thin man until he reached his 40s. And then but he was a drinker, and he drank a lot of beer. And that alone will blow you up. But my husband was never fat. His highest weight was 205. He was 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". And he was pretty much 185, 190, something like that. And his highest weight might have been a little over 200. So I don't think my son Michael, who takes after him in some ways, would ever really be fat. But I think if he was vegetarian, if he wasn't vegetarian, he would be a lot bigger, a lot heavier than he is. My other son is more like me. He's has a tendency to be really heavy, and he's about 6'2", and I think he's about 315 pounds. So he tends after me. He has the eating habits, the eating patterns that I have. Michael reversed that a long time ago. And he's a lot more active. I've always been on the lazy side. My other first son, Ralph, is kind of on the lazy side, and Michael's always been the one that, he doesn't drive if he doesn't have to. He's on his bicycle all the time. He was always on a skateboard when he was a teenager. That was his transportation. He walks. He takes the bus. He moves a lot, and he does try to work out. But he's skinny. He's not a muscle guy, but he's lean. He's 98% fat free. So anyway, he's very happy. My son Michael's very happy that I'm doing this, that I'm giving this a try. And I've been pretty good. I've been eliminating all oil. I have been incorporating a little bit of meat into my diet because I'm ebbing out of this. The first week I'm giving up dairy, although I am eating eggs still. I don't think eggs is really considered dairy. I think that comes under the protein with meat because it comes from a chicken. I don't know. I think I give up the eggs when I give up the meat. 95% veggie. I have a little bit of meat that I have been eating simply because I had some prepared stew meats in my freezer or in my fridge that I didn't want to throw away. So I would take about maybe 2 ounces, 3 ounces of it, and I would have that in something once a day. I had some diced ham. I put that about maybe an ounce of that or a tablespoon or about maybe 2 tablespoons of it into a scrambled egg omelet that I made. I didn't use fat to cook it. I used chia seed gel for my liquid so that it wouldn't stick in the pan. I do not use pans that have coatings in them, like no-stick pans, because it's chemical based, and if anybody has an old pan, they see how all the coating has scraped off or worn off over the years, and that actually burns off into your food, and who needs more chemicals? So I don't use that. I use a regular stainless steel frying pan or cast iron pan, and that works just fine. And if you use a cast iron pan, you'll get a nice dose of iron in your food as well, which is good for you. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, and I am taking photographs, like I said, of some of the meals that I'm cooking, and I will have a little video for you in the future regarding that. So I have lost 1.5 pounds. I'm down a little bit, and I'm just going to wait and see where this takes me, where it goes. I feel okay. I'm able to handle it. Truthfully, I don't know if it's just the enthusiasm and the excitement of starting something new and hoping and praying to God that it works. But I haven't had any cravings for like chocolate or candy or sugar since I've started this, because I'm eating bread, I'm eating whole grains, I'm eating a blend of wild rice with oats. And I think I'm feeling, I know I'm feeling more satisfied with my meal. I feel as if I have something in there that's giving me satisfaction. Where before, when I was on a half cup of cottage cheese or yogurt or light milky foods or some cheese, I was always hungry. I don't think it was heavy enough in my digestive system to make me feel that I had a meal. So I'm feeling better with what I'm eating, and I'm not eating as much during the day. If I get hungry, I might think of some chocolate, but I go and have an apple, and I'm satisfied with that. So this helps a lot. I do love my juice. Thank you for listening. Bye. I'll keep in touch.